Welcome to Viento State Park.
We're standing here on the beautiful Columbia River. This is the best shot from this park. And probably what you're coming for is playing on the river, whether that's stand-up paddleboards, kayaking, canoeing, or swimming in the river. There's a tiny little beach down here. We're also only 25 minutes from the waterfalls.
And a beautiful sunset right there.
Not today though, because it's morning.
Well, later today.
What do people come here for? I'd say the top activity here is probably coming to the day use area, walking down to the river, swimming around. You could launch little floats, maybe stand-up paddle boards. There isn't a boat launch, so you won't be bringing like a motorized boat or something that you need to launch off of a trailer or larger sailboats.
It's just a short little walk to the beach, so you can walk your kayaks down there. Your arms might get a little bit tired, but it's, how far would you say?
Probably 50 yards.
Yeah, not far.
And there's plenty of parking in the day use here for cars. The other activity that you're probably coming here for is to see the waterfalls. Probably you couldn't get a camping spot at Ainsworth and you wound up here. In that case, Multnomah Falls is probably about 25 minutes down 84 to the west.
Right.
And it's a left-hand exit at exit 31. And there's parking there. You might need a reservation to park there, but that's a great jumping off point, especially if you have a small RV like us that needs to park in a bigger lot.
Right.
Highway 30 along the way is pretty narrow, so you might not want to be driving bigger rigs down there. There's also
especially if you have the wide mirrors on the side.
There's also a 35-foot length limit on that. Other than that, we have Christina's favorite activities of bird watching and picnicking.
Also, sunset viewing, so you can actually view a very pretty sunset, the westerly direction from the beach is very pretty.
It probably depends on the time of year because the sun does move over the year, but we're here in late August and it was a pretty good sunset last night. They do list a playground as one of their activities here. How would you rate their playground?
Well, there was one swing.
I'm not sure that qualifies as a playground.
Maybe
so,
there was two swings.
As always, if you're bringing kids, bring stuff to do.
Yes.
They can play in the water all day long, but you're going to want some other activities for them to do.
Yes, and when we were here yesterday, there was a mother and her son that were, tootling around in the water with a floaty. So that's definitely a possibility, and there's really not a lot of seashells that you can find, although I did see one seashell, and that's pretty much about it.
That sums up the activities. All right, now we usually film talking about the campground in our campsite, but we can't do that because our campsite is a bit too noisy.
It's a lot too noisy.
I did not really look at the map when I booked the site, and we have probably the third closest site to the highway, and there are trucks going by all day long and all night long. Now, if I had looked at the site, I might have chosen the one we're in right now, but this site has the train. And there's a train that was going through every hour and a half last night, and it blows its horn when it crosses the crossing here.
That was almost as loud as the highway traffic, but not quite as loud. But it was still loud enough that you wake up.
So when you're picking your site here, you either get the choice of a lot of highway noise and a little bit of train, or a lot of train and a little bit of highway. Not great choices.
We even had our fans on last night, so I had mine that's right next to me, and we had the one above our head too, so that wasn't enough to drown out the noise. And I even wear earplugs most of the time.
There are 66 sites here. There are 10 tent-only sites and 56 partial hookup sites with water and electric. It's split into two campgrounds. There's a north campground and a south campground. The south campground is just basically hiker-biker spots and 5 of the tent spots.
And also we're close to the day use area.
Yeah, the north campground's closer to the day use area, closer to the river.
Which is the beach.
And is where all the partial hookup sites are. The sites are pretty good. They were decently level.
Yeah.
They're paved. The road is paved. It's kind of big rig friendly, I would say, but
Yeah.
just check the site length of where you're staying.
Also height though, you are going to brush some branches coming in if you're high. If
But
you
it's
have a
not
tall.
not
But
too
not
bad.
horrible. Yeah.
They do have power and water at your sites, but they have no sewer hookups here, and they do not have a dump station. So dump before you come and plan on leaving to dump. Ainsworth down the street, about 20 minutes, does have a dump station. If you're not camping there, it's a $5 fee, I think. And
I thought it was $5 for anyone camping.
no, if you're camping at Ainsworth, there is no fee. But maybe they'll honor that you're camping here and have no dump station
I was
and not
wondering about
charge
that.
you the fee. I would
Yeah.
ask.
Is it cheaper here than it is there?
Yes, the sites are
so
cheaper
that
here.
would be reflective. Hmm.
Now the campground itself, nothing special about it to write
it's
home.
pretty.
It's pretty. It's shaded.
There's
It's-
a 50% a mixture of evergreen and deciduous trees, moss-covered trees. It's very pretty. So without what you're hearing, you're just like, oh, this is a really pretty campground. It is nice.
But you're not coming here for the amenities. You're not coming here for the activities. You're probably not coming here to be this close to noise.
Would you say an amenity is though being close to all the waterfalls in the gorgeous Columbia River Gorge?
Yes, and for that I would go down the road to Ainsworth. If you can't get a
can.
spot
Yeah.
at Ainsworth, this is a valid option. You're 5 minutes from Hood River, the town of Hood River, and 20 minutes from Ainsworth and like Multnomah Falls. And here comes the train.
Here's the train. You can hear it. It's loud.
Right on
huh?
cue. And we will pause here.
Oh, one little extra horn. Oh,
There it goes.
just for good measure.
I think I counted that they blow the horn 4 times every time.
There is
So-
an intersection down there to get to the day use area.
And that's what they're blowing the horn for.
Yes, right,
And the gate guards come down and all that kind of stuff.
right.
It's not a really long train, and it's not all that loud.
Oh, yes,
Honestly,
it is.
we've been in campgrounds that it's been louder than this.
No way. This is way louder than any other campground we've been
This
to.
is much louder than at our campsite, though. Our campsite, we can't hear the train as loud as this, but you can hear the highway a lot more.
Guernsey State Park, the train was not this close or this loud.
But it sat there all night blowing its brakes.
Yeah, it did the shh, shh, but not the whoop.
Right. So this one blows its horn. And like I said, it probably came through 4 times last night
Yeah,
between midnight and 6 a.m.
I'm a little
So
tired.
that's not going to stop all night long. So back to the campground, I would say if you can book Ainsworth, if you're coming here for the waterfalls, which is probably what you're doing, you probably want to book Ainsworth because they have full hookup sites and they're much closer to the falls. In fact, you can hike to them from the campground. Plus they have the trolley stop. This campground at Viento does not have the trolley stop, so no one's coming here to pick you up and go to the
Right.
falls. You're going to have to drive there and back every single day if you're visiting the falls. That adds an extra 40 minutes of driving a day.
I also wanted to add that Ainsworth, they're very attentive. The staff workers there are so attentive. They're walking around all the time. They have their clipboards. They're checking in on you. They answer questions. They're very informative. Whereas here, it's much more laid back. We saw park staff twice this
Yeah.
morning and once yesterday. Not
There
nearly
isn't
as much.
on-site park staff like at other Oregon State parks. There is 1 camp host. I think they're supposed to have 2, but there's a shortage of camp hosts right now. I thought this train was a lot shorter than this.
I know this is long. By the way,
This is a long one.
Ainsworth, because we're in a gorge, the
Yeah.
highway and the train and the river are all in this kind of narrow gorge. So where else is it going to go? So Ainsworth also has a train. You can also hear the train, although it is down lower from the lowest road in Ainsworth Campground. This is almost at level with us. Maybe we are 20 feet above.
Crazy. It's crazy how close it is.
Yeah.
Ainsworth doesn't have the highway problem though, because the highway is much further away from the park, and the train does not blow its whistle there.
I
Only here.
believe the highway is on the other side. I think that's where it crosses to Washington side. I don't know what it is. It's further away.
Anyways, back to Viento's campground. This is a decent option. I mean, if you don't mind the noise, or if you can put on some fans or white noise at night.
Yeah. Because it's not just about being here during the day. Chances are you're hiking somewhere farther away to see waterfalls. You're not here, so you can leave your camper or drive down there and to all the different gorgeous waterfalls. That's mostly what people are here for. But the problem is at night you're not really going to get a whole lot of sleep. My eyes are watering still from lack of sleep between the highway noise and the train.
Okay, enough about the noise. I think you get it.
Yeah.
In the campground, they have trash pickup, they have garbage dumpsters everywhere. They don't have a dump station, as I mentioned, but they do have flush toilets and hot free showers. They have both the shower stalls
they're gorgeous. They're really pretty and clean.
I was going to say that they have two sets of shower stalls. One is kind of a shower room. It's like 4 stalls that each have a door with a changing area, and then the shower itself. And then they have one family bathroom / shower. So that one's a private room.
Accessible.
And that one's a private with a locking door. So pretty private.
And also, which is generally the rule when you have an accessible shower room, they have the wand that's sitting there, which is a little bit lower. So I think about you or taller people that might not be high enough for your favorite kind of shower where it's, higher up or whatever. But it does have the wand type shower, so that it was probably about right above my head at the highest point.
So that's it for the campground. I would say it's nothing special. It's perfectly adequate. The noise is a big problem. I don't know what else they could do about that.
So it's the middle of August. What's the weather like here? Well, right now it says it's 79 degrees, but we have a beautiful breeze coming off of the Columbia River. But I will say that the last week it's been in the high 90s or upper 80s. So it's been pretty hot here, and that can happen pretty typically in the summer months, especially August. But we are somewhat near the coast, so in the spring, summer, and fall is really a great time to be here.
Connectivity at this state park is pretty good. We had decent service with Starlink. It's going to depend on which site you're in. We were kind of mostly shaded, and we were getting about 60% connectivity through Starlink. Cell service is okay. They say that they have Wi-Fi at the check-in station for making reservations only, but I couldn't even access the Wi-Fi, so I wouldn't count on that at all. So self-service and Starlink are going to be your best bet here. So for the limited activities here and the limited amenities and the loud noise in the campground, how much does this all cost? We paid $49 for one night. That it's a $39 fee for the partial hookup site with water and electric, and $10 for a reservation fee. So $49 total for one night at Viento State Park. All right, so our summary of this state park. This one's a rough one for me. It's a beautiful setting. As you can see the river behind us. Mm-hmm. The Columbia River is pretty. It's only 25 minutes from the waterfalls, so it's a good stopping point. It's cheaper than a lot of the state parks around here, but the noise factor is huge here.
Yeah, even the river access here, you could swim, you could float, but you are going to want some water shoes because it's rocky all the way in, although it does go in shallow, so it's not like there's a big drop off there. So it is a pleasant place and a beautiful setting, but I am not sure it's worth the lack of sleep. I think if I really knew ahead of time it was going to be that noisy, maybe I could have told my brain and I could have slept better. But in a pinch, yeah, it's a great place to stay, to be near all of the hiking and waterfall activity.
We are used to beautiful Oregon state parks, and this place is clean, it's nice.
Yeah.
But being so close to the highway and the train tracks, I don't know what else they could do. This one's a miss for me. I would choose to stay at Ainsworth up the road.
For sure, if it's not full.
Their train doesn't have the whistle on it.
It has a whistle, it's just not blowing,
and
maybe.
This one does. as far as things they could do to improve, I think they could spend some money cleaning up this little beach area. I think people come here for the day use area, and it's kind of a mess, not in terms of trash and things like that, although there is some of that, of course.
But just a lot of debris, not a lot of
yeah.
sand. There's a lot of rocks, but it doesn't seem like it's like the kind of rocks that you want to like be looking for rocks.
Yeah, get some landscapers in here
Yeah.
with some better setups for the picnic tables.
That would improve for sure.
I don't know if they could put fire rings in here, or that would be too dangerous, but even the path down from the parking lot, I would clean that up.
It's a road, not a path.
I mean the path from the parking area to the beach. It's just kind of wood chips. I would get, you know, some trail maintenance in there, put some defined borders, make it look like they care about the place. I don't think that would take all that much money.
And it says a lot that this campground was virtually empty. Granted, it is a weekday, but
Ainsworth is packed.
Pretty empty, yeah.
Ainsworth has no openings. This is probably 10% full.
Pretty sure there's a bald eagle over there right now, and I saw a cormorant go by. So it's a very pretty setting. So in a pinch, if you don't get Ainsworth or somewhere closer, then yeah, it's better than being farther away.
Yep. So for me, thumbs down. I'd say better sites in the better campgrounds in the area. Christina?
Yeah.
Thumbs up, thumbs down?
I don't ever want to give it thumbs down, but I would prefer to go somewhere else.
That's our review. Thanks.